This is Jumain Kibiru and welcome to pianoplaying.blogspot.com. Today I'm going to cover the concept or the song How Great Is Our God, and it is in the key of A. So let's jump into the number system and the scale, and then I'll break down the movements. A is your 1, B is your 2, C sharp is your 3, D is your 4, E is your 5, F sharp is your 6, G sharp is your 7, and back to the 1, which is A. Now the first movement that you saw me do was from the 1 to the 7 to the 6, right? So the first time around I actually did this. So because I'm playing with a bass player, I am not gonna play a left hand bass, right? So the first chord that we're gonna look at is on your 1, which is for the left hand. It is E, G sharp, A, C sharp. My right hand I have E, A. Is our God, right? How great is our God. That's just the melody. And then we're gonna do a 7, 6, 7, 3, 6. So on the 7 I have on my left hand just the F sharp. My right hand I have C, D, F sharp, G sharp, and B. And on the 3 I have left hand F, B, right hand is D, G, and B. Melody on the 6, right? So that's the same as the 1 chord, so I'm not going to repeat it again. That's how great is our God. Then we have to go to the 4, right? But in order for us to get to the 4, we will play a 5, 1, 4 progression. Sorry. So on the 5, I have D, F sharp, G, B. On my right hand I have D, F sharp, G, B. It's actually the same chord. That's on the 5, and then on the 1, I have for my left hand C sharp, G, B. My right hand I have C sharp, F sharp, G, and B. And on the 4 chord I have D, E, F sharp, A, D. On my right hand, sorry, I have A, D, E, F sharp, and A. Right? And then we will just have to go to the 5. But before we go to the 5, we can play a 2, 5. So that 2 just looks like this. Left hand is D sharp, A. Right hand is C sharp, F, G sharp, and C sharp, and then to the 5. Now this chord over here is F. On my left hand is F, A, B. In my right hand it is D, F, A, B. Is our God, right? Now you can either voice it like this or play it like this with your hands, or you can play it like this with your hands, right? That's the same as the first chord that we covered, by the way, on the 1. Now that progression you can use in the chorus and in the verse. What I tend to do when we get to the bridge for Name Above All Names, and by the way, in the song that I played, it was just a chorus and a bridge, because the verse and the chorus could basically be the same thing. You don't have to put in the passings, but you can just go from the 1 to the 6 to the 4 to the 5 and back to the 1. That's the basic. But for the bridge, this is what I did to get to that bridge. Right? So the first chord on that 5 in your left hand is D, E, and F sharp. In your right hand it is A, C sharp, D, F sharp. That's the first chord. Second chord is the same on your left hand, D, E, F sharp. In your right hand now you have B, E, and G sharp. And the third chord on that same 5, you stay the left hand stays the same with D, E, F sharp. The right hand changes to C sharp, D, E, F sharp, A. And then the last chord would be on your left hand. Now you have D, A, B. In your right hand you have D, F, A, B. That's before you get to name above all names. Name. So the one chord is the same. Now we basically do the same progressions, but I'm only going to add extra progressions. So the flow of this movements is basically similar to the other one, as you'll see, but there's just 2 extra chords that I threw in as passings. So remember previously we had the 7 to the 6 to the 7, the 3 to the 6, right? Now before we play the 7, we first play a flat 5, right? Then to the 7, and then to the 3, and then to the 6, right? So let's look at that. Name above all names, and then you play left hand is E flat and G, or for the left hand you can just do this, because the bass player actually plays that flat 5, which is a D sharp. So you can just play the D in your left, the G, sorry, in your left hand. Then in your right hand you have C sharp, F sharp, B, and then you go back down to the 7, to the 3, to the 6, right? So the only difference in the bridge is you add an extra flat 5. And now to go back to that 3, I'm not sure that I actually covered the 3, but if I did or did not, let's do it again. If you're on that 6, right, you tend to stay on the 6 for a long time within the song. So I will use a passing from the 3 back to the 6. You will see it if you listen to the example that I played in the beginning. Is that we first go to that 3. Okay, and then we go 5, 1, 4. Yes, I think I didn't cover it previously, so let me cover it now. So on that 3 chord, we actually go to the E major key and we play the 6 of that E major key, and then we go back to the key of A. So that chord on your left hand is just an E major 7th, so it would be E, F sharp, G sharp, B, D sharp. Your right hand you have F sharp, B, and D sharp. Now before you play the chord, you can throw that melody in there. C sharp, D sharp, E, D, and then you go back D sharp. So it's the second chord I play there is the same as this chord. So the first one is The second one is this left hand E. This is all on the 3, by the way. E, F sharp, G sharp, B. My right hand have E, F sharp, G sharp, B. And then we go back to the 6. Right? Melody. It's just A, G sharp, A. And that's the same chord as the 6 and the 1 that we covered previously. Right? So let's look at that movement again. 1, name above all names, to the flat 5, to the 7, to the 3, to the 6, to the 3, to the 6. Right? Now previously we went to the 5, 1, 4, but you can now add the 2 again before you go to the 5. So if we're on that 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 4. Okay, so those were the only 2 chords that I added, differently from the chorus and the verse perspective, right? So it's only the flat 5 and the extra 2 before we get to the 5. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun with this.